Hello, my name is Mannie Rose. I'm a PCA with Mid-Valley Ag here in Newman, California. Been a PCA since about 1980. Some of the crops here in the Central Valley we take care of is almonds, probably one of the major crops. We also watch a lot of tomatoes, row crops, vegetable crops here in the valley. We've been using the Afrikelp product for a couple years now. Seeing a good response at bloom time to help with the elongation of the pollen tube, to set more almonds. This year's crop, these are independents, 6-year-old block. You can see we got a pretty heavy crop this year, got good size. We're about a month away from hull split, and then probably about 2 months away from harvest. The Afrikelp we use in our bloom sprays had no issues with it mixing with fungicides and other foliar nutrients. Mixed well, went on the trees well, application was good. It was no issues with the bees, since we have bees out at that time of the year for the pollination. So we've been happy with it and seeing good results, and look forward to expanding the market here in the almonds, and then also getting into the tomatoes for sizing and then for fruit color. We do a lot of cannery tomatoes here in the valley. So we're looking forward this year of using it there and trying some other crops also. I think this is a new the biostimulant market. 10-15 years ago you didn't hear much about it. That's becoming a real popular word these days. Got a lot of different guys are doing microbiology in the soil with a lot of fungi and bacteria and stuff like that. The kelp business now is people are starting to understand it more now, how to use it, when to use it, why to use it, and seeing results. So I think that's a trend that's going to continue to where you can see the benefits of adding that to tank mixes and to help naturally for more production for the growers to make more money. I think the kelp market here in California for the crops is going to expand, and I think as PCAs, as we learn more from the manufacturers, we can take those ideas and thoughts out to the field and implement them. So the more they tell us, the more we learn out in the field. I think it's good for both sides. I think there's a niche there that we can use it at certain times of the year. If it's during root flush in the spring or in the fall, if it's during bloom time, row crops, tomatoes, stuff for sizing and coloring. So I think there's certain application windows we can use the Afrikelp for trees and row crops, at certain times to help benefit the grower. So almonds production here in the Central Valley, because of all the water restrictions and land values and stuff, more almonds coming in. A lot of growers like that. Put them in the ground, hopefully it'll stay for 20-25 years. Been having good returns for the growers last couple of years. So we're seeing more almond production coming in. There's still a fair amount of row crops. There's the dairy industry is it's kind of in a transition now. The smaller dairies are getting out. The ones that are staying in are getting bigger. So there's still a fair amount of corn, silage corn for the dairies, alfalfa for the dairies, wheat for the dairies. That's in. Tomatoes, cannery tomatoes is a big crop here in our area. We got about 4 or 5 canneries here within about a 10-20 mile an hour radius from us, so we can grow tomatoes for them. And there's still a fair amount of, we got dry beans, we got some garlic contracts coming from over the hill, the Watsonville, Salinas area, and coming into the valley. So there's some new crops coming in here because of our weather and growing conditions and stuff. So there's always change, but definitely almonds acreage increasing, walnuts further south of us, Fresno area, than a lot of pistachios.